protegim, sicarit, benedictus. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back if you're new. My name is April, and welcome to That Witch's Realm. Tonight, we are going to do a tarot reading on what webs they weave, whether that be good or whether that be bad. Let's see what's going on. We will get 3 different messages, and I'll be using 3 different decks. So let's get going. And that was fast. Watch what you say. Alright. Watch what you say. This has a bunch of little chocolate Santas. I'm getting sugar and spice and everything nice. We will clarify with this deck. I feel like someone's hiding something that's very, very... Well, it's not good. But it's wrapped up in some pretty presentation. The 4 of Pentacles. Yes, someone is holding tight. To their money. They're holding tight to their stability. They're holding tight to a false sense of security here. But something's crumbling. It feels like something's crumbling. It's crumbling. It's crumbling. Somebody can't keep their toes in this anymore. They can't keep the lies up here. I feel like this could be a leader. I'm getting the leader from the little buildings in the background here. The Ace of Swords. Somebody's lies are coming out here. Their lies are coming out and they can't be held back no more. It's about to crack open a foundation. Something's getting ready to be illuminated that has been frozen in time. The Ace of Swords is oftentimes about truth, but it's also about communication. I feel like communication's getting ready to happen, but it's been at a standstill, yes. We have the 9 of Swords, whole lot of air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. A rat's been exposed. A rat's been exposed that has either been a part of a family tree, a part of a family tradition, or a part of like a government of sorts here. Someone's caused a nightmare here by their unwise choices, by listening to the wrong people. And now there's no way out. Of this. See, the ice is melting off those swords. There's no way out of this. It's like Like I said, the path has been illuminated here. Not more swords. The Page of Swords. And everybody's getting ready to see it. The cloud of smoke is clearing. It looks like a desert here, too. There's a cloud of smoke. Male ego. The male ego can be whether you're feminine in your masculine ego or whether you're male in your ego. The male ego is very toxic and well, I don't want to say toxic, but intoxicating. I personally am working on balancing my masculine and feminine energies. And the male ego, or the masculine energy, is very intense. Like, I totally understand now. I could never be a man. I wouldn't want to have a penis because you guys could just get horny out of nowhere. I picked up on that. And it's very, very, very annoying. But, you know, that's the normal person. But when you get into world leaders, it's not their ego as in sexual. They take it up a notch, and it's power, greed, control. I'm getting Putin here. There might be a turn of events going here with Russia because I'm getting Putin highly off of this Page of Swords. Now, whether or not he's an air sign, I do not know. But let's get a little bit more. Or while he's watching, or someone's watching what's going on elsewhere, they're maybe taking the spotlight off them. Now take this how this resonates, whether you're looking at it from a world perspective or in your personal life. It's a general reading, so you need to pick up on how it resonates with you. But someone's watching the smoke clear. They're watching the ice melt. Watching someone self-sacrifice themselves. And I'm just getting Biden. Oh, I gotta be careful what I say, guys. Because I'm not meant to get into politics. But the Hangman card is a lot of times about self-sacrifice. And then sometimes it can be about that in-between when you go from enlightenment, which I hate to use that word, everybody uses that word, but a place of spiritual enlightenment. And with the holly there, I'm getting someone is wanting to protect what they've accomplished. Or protect someone who's self-sacrificing themselves. A martyr. There could also be martyrs. They got martyrs in the U.S. Well, that's not good. I mean, not surprising. With the borders and all. Let's definitely get more on that. Let's get what the Hangman. Let's clarify the Hangman. The Six of Swords. They think that they're going towards peace. And going out of the code here. And again with the holly. Holly was also representative of self-sacrifice, or sacrifice, because it's very associated with Jesus. The crown of thorns and whatnot. And the red for the blood. Religious martyrs. religious martyrs. And I'm getting maybe, I don't want to say Muslim. I hate to say that because, you know, there's tons of awesome Muslim people that are good. But that star, because, you know, they have the moon, the crescent, and the star. That's pointed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 8-pointed star. Under the guise of women and children. Ugh. I don't think they believe in that. But then again, the radical ones really don't care. You know, the good Muslims, they don't believe in hurting women and children. I feel like there's an escape here. Let's do a little more on that. This one's getting intense. I'm wanting to move on to the next message. I really do not like politics. I don't think things are being run well, hardly in any country. And, well, you still want my opinions on all that. Yes, people weren't working well together. This is in reverse. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. People of different cultures are not working well together. And there's 2 people working together well here, but the third person that's supposed to be working with them is up there trying to move those pentacles around. Deception. And they're disguised. If you notice the hair, look at how his hair is light, and in the center it's kind of brownish, which is very, very strange. The money has been funded. Well, I would hope Putin isn't funding this. However, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Funding the self-martyrs. I don't know what they call them. You know, the people that blow themselves up for Allah or blow themselves up for the greatest, what they think is good, and blow people up because they think they'll go to whatever heaven they believe in and have a bunch of virgins. It's really disturbingly gross. But I feel like he's funded this, or he sat back and watched and waited for it to happen. And I'm getting something to do with Yule and Christmas, because we have in the center there a solar cross, and Yule and Christmas is all about the sun and rebirth. Money, and I'm getting a lot of money. A lot of this has been money. A lot of money has been funneled to do this. Hopefully there's no Christmas attack or nothing like that. I would hope not. The Queen of Swords and the Page of Wands. Yes. The rash acting. Like I said, the penis parade. There's a little bow on them, but it doesn't fit in there. That bow totally does not belong on that coat. High and mighty. And something to do with this Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is typically someone who's very level-headed. But it's also someone who could be very, how I say, it's like this weak, like there's weak people that are scared of a queen. And this could have something to do with that, the Princess of, I think, Jordan, I'm getting, is transforming something here. But it may be peaceful, because see the little cherub on her thing here, but it all depends on how these people act. It all depends on what these radicalists are going to do. They're doing revenge, maybe? the Five of Pentacles. This is definitely something to do with something that's not just. Something's getting ready to happen that's going to make things more unjust. It's going to cause poverty, homelessness, which, I mean, our streets are full of homelessness now. And then if you include, what, the millions of immigrants that have flooded our country. I'm in the U.S., in case you guys didn't realize that. It's like a barren home. Barren faith. People are being controlled. These people are being controlled to think that this harm that they're going to cause is what's right. A revengeful mindset never, never, ever leads to a good place. Ever. Okay, let's close that one up because just now, I hate it when politics shows up in my readings because, one, I don't want to bring out anything that's going to piss any leaders off by me exposing them. Two, it's just nah. Reindeer medicine, journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. This moon and this reindeer's antlers here. And I've noticed that something always happens on a moon. Like, a lot of religions, because they have been built off, you know, past pagan traditions and past nature worshiping traditions, and all the stories have been intertwined throughout time to, you know, build religions, which religions are oftentimes, I think, start out good, but when people, you know, that ego kicks in, they start using it to control others, control what they do. All of that to make them think they can not work on themselves, not be a good person. They're doing it for, you know, the better good. You know, because people don't want to go in and they don't want to take credit, or they don't want to take responsibility for things they do in their life. So, you know, they must have someone who will save them from their own selves instead of just being your own savior. But the moon on the antlers reminds me of the cold moon, which is the full moon in December, which is on December 26th. And it's a very, very powerful one. And something may be happening, and it's weighing very heavily on the minds here. I'm getting smoke being contained in a single place. And people being left in the cold. But we're going to leave that one there. And move on to the next message, which is... You guys are never going to believe. Remember when I said sugar and spice and everything nice? Yep, that happened. With the star anise we have here in our Yule candle. And the cinnamon. Acceleration. I'm getting acceleration. A whole lot of acceleration here on this one. Acceleration on breaking a foundation with the Four of Wands in reverse here. Something's being studied in Siberia. I'm getting that with all this snow. Siberia is the right, you know, to the right on the world map of Russia. Actually, there's a big prison they have there that's so far out in the middle of nowhere in the snow that there's no fences or nothing, because if the people were to escape, well, they would die and freeze to death, because that's how many miles and miles and miles and miles that place is out. But Siberia, once upon a time, used to not be all snow, just like the Sahara Desert used to be water and lush. You know, when the poles shift and world disasters happen and everything switches, the world hasn't been like we think it is, and a lot of people think it is, forever in a day. It has changed and changed and changed much over time. Anyways, in Siberia, it's so vast and so remote that it'd be easy to hide stuff there. Hamas. Okay. The Ten of Wands, reverse. Out in the cold. But the Ten of Wands reverse, this is strife. This is resting after the battle. Who's being hidden in Siberia? Here. Or someone is going to be hidden in Siberia. Training in Siberia. Something's up with Siberia. And I hate to stay on that, but obviously that's what Spirit Godiverse wants us to be on. And that's what we need to know right now, what webs are being weaved here. Death card. Bodies. Jack Frost is intriguing because he died and sacrificed himself to save his drowning sister. And he got caught underneath the ice and drowned. And that is the Pope in green. Okay, the Death card here is reminding us that, remember, the beginning was sugar and spice and everything nice. Not everything is sunshine and roses here. Things are ending for change. Like Yule, the battle of the Holly King and the Oak King, which I actually covered earlier today in a reading. But, you know, the Holly King dies out on Yule or Christmas Day, however you want to look at it. I personally celebrate Yule from the 21st through the 1st, about the 7th of January. But, you know, the Holly King dies at Yule, and the Oak King is reborn and will reign again until the summer solstice, or Letha. But I feel like someone's trying to keep someone in the dark. And I hate to say it, but there's going to be more death before it gets brighter and warmer. And it's also interesting that 2024 is the year of the wood dragon coming up. Now, the dragon I associate with goddess energy, particularly dark goddess energy, particularly a red dragon. And I'm getting the goddess here, down here, is laying under his horse dead. Persephone. Keep an eye out. I'm working with Persephone, and we're going to be doing a letter to Persephone, but Persephone is, quote unquote, with Hades during the darker months, and she is reborn again around Ostara. It's like someone's trying to manipulate feminine energy here to keep not surprising with religion, but to keep the healing down, to keep people persecuted, because the goddess energy, particularly Persephone, helps bring people out of persecution. Someone's trying to keep another group of people or person, again, take it how it resonates, is trying to keep them down, to suppress them, that suppress their religion, suppress their children, cause more death. Y'all, I don't think Israel's going to stop. And I don't think Hamas, all of them, particularly the ones higher up, are in those tunnels. I mean, how dumb could they be to be all in those tunnels? That's like a sitting rat. But if they're in line with Putin, I think that might, I know that won't be good. And our borders, oh, Lordy help us. Another big reason why I do not live in the city. Anyways, get more on the death card. We have 5 of Swords. Reverse, though. It popped out reverse. This is going to stop. I don't know if it has something to do with the Pope, or something to do with someone's change of heart, or someone's just going to be talking someone into stopping, but the arguing. Someone's trying to stop someone from taking action here. They're trying to stop the arguing. They're trying to communicate with a balanced mindset, with their wits. Do what's best for all, but I'm not sure if they're going to here. And then there's the 10 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. This is too much crying, too much brokenness. People's spirits. It's like someone's trying to trample the spirit. I really, really, really wish people would stop persecuting one another for religion, or persecuting one another for money under the guise of religion. Now, I'm not saying religion's a bad thing. Religion's a very good thing. It helps some people to get closer to spirit if they don't go too on the toxic positivity of that and start condemning others for not being like them, to make themselves feel like they're in the right, all because of stuff that was written ages ago. The Ace of Wands card is my Phoenix Rising card. the persecution of women, I feel like is going to increase here. Somewhere here. Well, somewhere over in the Middle East. But the Ace of Wands is about triumph, though. It's about that spark rising from those ashes. Think of it this way. This is how I think of it. When you're, you know, you've healed. When you can be thankful for everything bad that's happened to you. Because it put you where you are. If you've taken that pain or that sadness and transmuted it into something positive and learned from it and advanced your life or advanced your soul, and then you're thankful for it. I mean, that's one of the main reasons you know you've healed. So think of it this way. If you believe that you have a higher self, some people believe that we have a higher self that chose the life that we're currently going through, okay? If you believe that you can get through anything because you yourself chose this life and believed in you. Or you can think of it, you get godly or Godiverse, sacred, divine, chose this life for you, this path, and had all the confidence in the world that you can do it. That would help you be more thankful for the bad things that happen. Now, that's not excusing people's behavior, and trust everybody gets what they deserve in the end. Repeating the same mistakes. You don't have to get revenge. You never have to get revenge, because if you're at a balanced spot in life, you balance your dark and light, your yin and your yang, you're working with your demons, you're going to excel regardless. People are going, you will watch karma unfold right in front of you. I know this for a fact personally. Let's get a few more on that. Ace of Wands. Yeah, the death card, yes. This death does have another death card. And the death, the white. I'm getting the light and the dark from that. This is going to go, not the ones that this is resonating in your personal life, but as far as the world scene, well into at least mid-24, before there's some sort of peace, before the unforeseen obstacles and all the obstacles and pig-headedness start to be talked about, or come to a spot where you can we can at least get something done. Okay, let's get an oracle on that. I can't wait till our Yule reading, guys. Stay tuned, because we'll be watching, talking to the spirit, talking to ghosts. You know, the Witch's Carol, my version of a Christmas Carol like I did last year. And we'll be looking into the spirits. I don't want to get to them yet, but there's some very interesting ones in this year, including a fae. Squirrel medicine, pitter patter, plan ahead. Keep silent your path's desire. No eyes or ears shall see you coming. A well-deserved reveal. Yes, it's been hidden, but it's not going to. Squirrels are very clever. That bent. What? That's, what? Why is my card bent? crazy. But squirrels are very smart. I have to trick these little boogers to keep them away from my bird feeders and stuff outside. Peppermint, side note. They don't like the smell of peppermint. Birds don't mind peppermint. But this is someone hoarding up for the winter. Hoarding up for the winter, knowing there's going to be lack. I don't know if you guys saw those trucks being delivered to Gaza, but the trucks for the, with all the supplies, you know, for the food and the water for the people in Gaza that are living through that hideous war that's going on. But the trucks couldn't stop because people are so in need of water and supplies that they were bombarding, but they thought they'd take over the trucks. So people couldn't stop. They were just tossing, the boxes were just falling. People were hoarding some. And it's so sad, and it makes me step back and think of how lucky I am. You know, I may not have all the money in the world, but I have, you know, my kids, a warm home, food in our bellies. So sit back and just be thankful for what you have. And if you pray or get spiritual, do spell work, whatever you do, please think of others. And leaders, if you're watching, yes, I'm talking to you. Think of others as well. And realize you get that ego in check, because it may seem all glitz and glamour. Oh, I'm going to take over this country. I'm going to be the big bad one. Or I'm going to do this. Money. And it's cliche, but it is the root of, I don't want to say all evil, but most evil. It is the material. It is the earthly stuff. It is 666. Our bodies are earthly realm things. 666. We are 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Ironically enough. And unlike what the Egyptians thought with, you know, our bodies coming back and all, when our soul leaves the body we're in now, it is just a vessel. Our soul lives on. Energy never dies. Technically, we never die because our soul never dies. This earthly body dies. It can't go with you, and neither can the money from this earthly realm. So, change your strategy, change your mindset, and get balanced, or you'll be doomed to a not so great afterlife. And if you watch my ghost readings that I've done, my graveyard readings, you'll know this. But let's move on. Traditional. I like this one though. Oh, this is about family finally getting off the war stuff. Thank goodness. Traditional. Someone's working on something traditional. I feel like this is a good weaving. This is a good little spider weaving message. Let's get this one. As the other ones were a little bit warning and just, I don't want any terror attacks in the U.S. I don't. But, I mean, we're sitting ducks with that border. It is really disturbing in the way, I mean, I understand a lot of people, the migrants, want to have a better life, some of them. But the way some of them are acting in New York City and stuff, expecting to stay in $500 night hotels, expecting special treatment, it's, when we have homeless people that, and, you know, our own military that don't get that kind of treatment, right? That don't have. Okay, let's move on to this happy message. Enough with the heavy. 10 of Wands. That is now 1010. That is alchemizing the spiritual realm and the material or physical realm. Which is kind of traditional. That's what they did back in Celtic days, Viking days, you know, days long past ago. Someone here is working very, 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 very hard towards a traditional foundation, a traditional home. doing what's right for the holiday. Let's see more here. Seven of Cups. An illusion. A choice was an illusion. So many choices. But I feel like someone's making a choice. But it's very hard on them. Again, I'm getting ego. Like some people don't... They want to be chased. Some people. And they feel like if they give in to the traditional, you know, traditional lifestyle, a traditional relationship, a traditional family type lifestyle, that they will lose control. You know, their options. Oh, but I got so many options. It makes me feel manly. Everybody wants me. You know, I have such great options. Well, no. Because if you're going after that many options and playing the field or being a hoe or whatever you want to call it, then it's you. You're the problem. Okay? It does not make you look like a man-hatted guy. I had a famous guy hit on me once. I want to say he's famous. He's just like a skateboarding guy from where I'm from. But, well, he was kind of famous. He was. But he hit on me once. And when he was trying to hit on me, he mentioned how he'd slept with thousands of women. And the way he said it, he thought that was something to be proud of. And I just looked at him. I was like, that didn't help your case. Not that I was going to sleep with him at all, because he's full of himself, kind of cuckoo. But he thought it was something. That is not something. It's not. If you feel the need to prove yourself through sex or adoration, then you need to really, really check into healing your emotional childhood trauma, because that is not healthy. It is more of a win to be with someone who is chaste, or how do you say it, who, well, doesn't sleep around. I would much rather have the adoration and feel like a winner if I got someone who had self-esteem and didn't just go out and sleep with anybody like anybody can. I mean, everybody has sex. There's tons of hoes out there. But it's rare to find someone who isn't nowadays. And that's why I feel like we got here. Someone who's going back and forth between that. But I feel like they like the attention too much. But they're really, really working. They must be in the Christmas spirit or something. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. All for money. Fame. This is someone who may be making an offer of peace. A lot of times with Pentacles, I get peace. But I feel like they're scared. Very, very much scared. So much scared, they've been avoiding it for way too long, but they can't no more. Naughty or nice, justice. Change your ways around. Or beware of the wild hunts, when the spirits will come after your soul. And prepare you for the fuckery that will come in 24. We need to plant these seeds before, you know, the sun comes back at you when we go into the new year, because you're setting up, you plant the seeds from summer solstice to winter solstice. do all the shadow work, realize what you've done wrong, change, grow, all that, plant that seed, and then you become the rebirth, the Phoenix Rising, the Ace of Wands in the coming year with the spring, so you can create better life, better prosperity. And prosperity in your life, all people think money. Like last time I went to a witchy store, all the green candles were bought out because everybody and their mama wants to do money spells. Well, I hate to burst your bubbles, babe, but that's not how that goes. You do spells for prosperity, and spirit will give you the prosperity that they think you need in your life, whether that be money or stability or book, relation, that whatever prosperity. Prosperity has many, many meanings other than just cash. Okay. Okay, let's close out with Oracle. Self-care. If not me, then who? To tend to a wholeness, the parts in which surrender, thy pulse for a heart that's nearer than any other. Yes, if someone continues down a path of having tons of options, being too reckless, too wild, avoiding your family life, avoiding stability for whether that be children or whatnot, that is considered self-care. You have to take care of yourself. If someone keeps going down this path, it's only going to lead to disaster. You will unplug from the world, and you'll be like a zombie, living a half-life, no matter what kind of front is put on to the world or others. Ooh, heavy, heavy, heavy tonight. Goodness sakes. Okay, guys, I'm going to post a short, because we did transfer over our salad candle to our Yule candle. Keep an eye out, because I'm going to be doing the 12 Days of Yule with a group of other witches, starting on the 21st, where we'll do a video every day. It's not going to be tarot. It's going to be stuff about Yule and our personal practice. And I will be doing the Ghost of Christmas Past, Present, and Future. We have Kronos in the mix. We have Faye in the mix. And we have Odin in the mix of the spirits we'll be talking to this week. And I have a few other videos we'll be coming out with before the beginning of the year. But I hope you guys have a glorious night. Stay humble to stay blessed. And as the universe says so, bye.